It's your boy DiamondKesawn, and we back at it for Rainbow Affair Magazine. Listen, you know what time it is when you see this intro, when you hear this voice, and you know the video's about to play. We got that exclusive for the Rainbow Affair Magazine viewers. Yo, this is the interactive version. This is Rainbow Affair Magazine. I am DiamondKesawn. Stay tuned, because it's about to go down. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Hit play.
She gon' do the most for them dollar bills, dollar bills, dollar bills. You just Giuseppe heels for them dollar bills, dollar bills, dollar.
Is Davien. Davien is originally from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I moved to Atlanta in 2003. So since 2003, I've been here probably like almost, it'll be 12 years next month. Came here just because I wanted to relocate. I was tired of Florida and I just wanted a different change of scenery. So I came here and no real plan. Like, I didn't come here to act. I didn't come here to model. I didn't come here for anything. I just wanted to relocate. And one day, leaving church, a lady came up to me and was just like, hey, you look like one of the actors that I want to star in my production. And it was like, wow, really? So I didn't audition and just got the leading role based off of how I looked. And went on, and the character actually fit me. Me and the character had a lot in common, and from that moment I just decided that I wanted to take acting serious. Before that, I took modeling classes growing up. I went to John Casablanca's School of Modeling, which they say is for men, but it's really for women. But so I took that course with expectations of graduating and becoming this, you know, very popular, immediate, attention-getting model, and that did not happen. So here I am today.
So after getting started in the industry, what made you stick to it since it wasn't your original plan at all?
I found something that I was good at. I was under the impression that modeling would have been, I guess, my breakout moment, because people was always like, oh, you're so attractive, you're so handsome, and they think that that's all it takes to make it, and it's so much more than that. But I was rejected over and over with modeling. When it came to acting, I found that I was good at it, and I got more yeses. Is that a word?
Yes.
I got more yes for acting than I did for modeling, and it just works. Like, I couldn't imagine doing anything else other than pursuing the dream of being an actor.
Okay. So let's fast forward 12 years. What's life like for you in the industry now? Now things are a lot different. Things are a lot better for me because I've learned a lot. I've made a lot of relationships. I've worked with a lot of people. I've done things that I would have never thought I would have been able to do, or I found myself in environments that I would have never thought that I would have been in. So 12 years later, I've learned a lot, and I think I'm a whole lot better at my craft. Okay. So what does it feel like to be one of these sex symbols of social media?
I do not think I'm nobody's sex symbol
You're
of social media.
You take thirst trap pictures.
I do not. Okay, so let's talk about the thirst trap pictures. Let's talk about the thirst trap pictures. So with the whole, I feel like you can't just be one-sided. As a actor, and people find me more attractive than I sometimes find myself.
Really?
Absolutely. So with that, I feel like you have to take advantage of both sides of the field. So with the whole thirst trap pictures, I did a artistic nude shoot.
Okay.
And I was very uncomfortable. I was very scared. I was very nervous because I just wasn't comfortable with my body like that. But I said, let's do it to step out of the box, because you never know. Hell, Calvin Klein may call one day and he may want me semi-nude or however he wants it. I wanted to be comfortable when he called. So I pushed myself. I did the shoot, and the response was great. The response was a whole lot better than what I expected to be, because I was scared as hell.
So, that was one shoot, though, but the thirst trap pictures continue.
What? Okay. So there's been two. One, the first one was an artistic nude. The second shoot was supposed to be, it was a guy, he was doing what do they call it? The coffee table. He was doing a coffee table book, and I agreed to do that. But throughout the process, what I originally signed up for and what it turned out to be was totally different. Some of those pictures, I'm just now seeing, I never got official pictures. Some of the pictures I find on Tumblr. And that's how I saw some. I'm being so serious. I never saw. Yeah. So, I mean, it's already out there. So I was just like, let me just. That happened to me for the first time 2 weeks ago.
You're lying.
No, I'm being so serious.
No, you're not. You're lying to me.
Listen to me.
Listen.
I was at the Jasmine Sullivan concert. I was in the bathroom, and somebody was like, "Oh wow, weren't you just in a short film?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that was me." It's weird though. I don't know. It's weird because it's not common for me. That doesn't happen to me all the time.
Really?
No.
I beg to differ.
No.
So I've seen you in public, plenty of times. I knew of you before I knew you.
But what did you know? What did they say?
Well, they actually said you actually starred in my web series.
Traded All.
Right. So that was when I first found out about you. I think I was actually on set one of the days you shot. And I was like, wow, he's beautiful. Then just
Thank you.
Being out and about amongst the city, people know of you. So when I would see you places, you would be the talk of conversation. Just, they would say, here comes Porcelain Doll.
Really?
So you would walk by, face down for the gods, and everybody would be in awe and be scared to say hi. And I'm like,
but let me tell you something about that. I go through that. First, when I think one of the misconceptions about me is that I'm mean. People think I'm mean.
Let's talk about it, because somebody did say, you ain't enough for me, like I mind my business. But so when I was meeting with my team, I was like, hey, we're going to start what's your name again?
Davien.
I was like, Dagon or whatever. Right? Okay, let's start Davien. And someone, no names, Jesus take the wheel, was like, And I was like, why are you doing this? It was like, she's snooty. And I was like, I couldn't stick up for you only because we had never talked. So I was like, I don't know him enough to say that. I'm like, but he doesn't seem like that. But no shade. Shout out to Lyric London, because I did watch Queen. And baby, when you gave me Anna Wintour, I was like, okay, I get it. So what is it like to have that stigma attached to you, and that's not who you are?
Now I think sometimes I make it a point to show people that that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before, I guess when I was younger or a little less mature, I didn't care.
Right.
But I feel like to a degree you have to care because you are your brand. You are what you present to people. And I never wanted to be, like, say for instance, just this opportunity. I never wanted to, we were in the same room, would have never thought we would see each other in this setting, So it's, to me, it's very important to present yourself the right way. So now I make it an effort to prove people wrong and show them that, first of all, you can't just judge people like that or create a misconception from somebody that you never really spoke to. Like you said, I just walked by. I didn't say anything, but I didn't say anything because nobody said anything to me. Right. There's not, in some settings, it's really not a reason to speak. And some people will take that as you being mean or you being rude. But it was just like, no, it just really was nothing for me to say. That's why I didn't say anything. So.
Okay, I do that.
I was one of those kids who everybody else thought I was attractive. I never saw what everybody else saw. And I think I still deal with that to this day. I don't always see what people see. And a portion of that could come from the fact that, hell, I look at myself every day. Right. So to me, this is just him. But growing up, people would say, oh, he's handsome or he's that. But I was always skinny, and I always thought my ears were extremely big. I always thought my head was big. And
it still is. But
see, people call me big head without even knowing me. But So it's just like growing up, I didn't always see or feel how other people said. So. Gay, black, and beautiful. You know what? It's a catch-22 because sometimes I feel like when I walk out of the house, I gotta be on. Right. Like I feel like, you know, if they see you, they're just like, oh, you say you're an actor, or you say you're working on this or you're working on that. So I sometimes feel like I have to present myself like that. And then there are times where it's just like, no, I want to walk out of the house looking as raggedy as possible because I don't want you to say anything to me. And I don't want you to look at me, and I don't want you to try and talk to me like, I just want to be raggedy. I just want to go buy these apples and this banana and pay for my stuff and go home. I don't want you to say anything to me. So it's a catch-22. Like sometimes it can be overwhelming because Atlanta is a very vain city. Here, everybody's working on something. Everybody's successful. Everybody's a star here. So sometimes I feel like I don't live up to the standard of what people think you should look like or what you should wear or how you look and stuff like that. So like it's a lot. It's a lot. Absolutely. When one of the challenges I faced is two. One, they either always want me to be the gay character, or I'm always the less masculine guy out of the group. Like I'm never offered the role of the man. Right. But it's like, I feel like if you take me and my craft serious, it's acting. But then again, you don't know me, so you really don't know how masculine or how feminine I am. So it's just like, give me a chance. But there are times when I just don't get the chance based off of how I look. But at the same time, I get a lot of opportunities based on how I look. So it's just yeah.
So let's talk about it. Could you play the straight hood boy who sells drugs on the corner?
Absolutely. Right. I've see, but this is the thing. I did it once. I had one role where I played. I want to see it. And that's another thing I want people to know. Like, as an actor, just because you don't see everything that I do, that doesn't mean that I didn't make a check, or that doesn't mean that I haven't been working. You don't always get to see everything. You can work on a pilot, and that pilot will never, ever see the light of day. But that doesn't mean that you didn't do your good acting and that you didn't get a good check behind the scene. So let me say that. But I did. I played. So you let everybody know. You gotta let you know real quick. Absolutely.
They cut checks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything's not free. I hope they're not mad. Because if they're mad, then they won't book me. But no, don't be mad. But I've played the gangster role, and for me, it was fun because I don't look hard, right, but I don't play with you like that. So it's like, you know, I could do it.
Devil's advocate.
Absolutely.
Okay. So grit, grind, we can get it all from you.
Absolutely.
Now, when it comes to fashion,
I'm still learning what works for me. My style, I think it's a mixture between masculine and feminine. Like, I like to play on both. Like, I'm comfortable.
So, mass femme.
Yeah, okay. I'm comfortable in tight pants or a tight shirt. You know, I don't necessarily have to do the baggy to feel masculine. Right. So, as far as my style, I like, I don't know, I like looks from, I like to shop online. Okay. So I like to order stuff from Japan and China and like the different kind of collars and, you know, printed pants and stuff like that. Yeah, like I try not to dress like everybody else just because you want to be your own individual. And when you're in an industry where you're not the only person that's good at what you do, you got to stand out though. So I try and separate myself with how I dress, and I try to make the way I dress, it's the same as how I look, if that makes sense.
I get it. So, let's play a game called Fashion Do's and Fashion Don'ts. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Timbs or Jordans?
I'm a Tim's kind of guy.
Really?
Absolutely. I love high tops. I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
Florida?
Yeah.
You know about a Tim.
What?
You always wear flip-flops. Okay, so Tim over Jordan. Let's see. Gucci or Prada?
I would prefer Gucci.
Gucci.
I like Gucci.
Gucci, Tim's. Let's see. Ferragamo glasses, or are we going to do some Calvin Klein sunglasses?
Calvin Klein is a little bit more sexy.
Okay, so you're going with that sexy, trendy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Rap or R&B?
I'm R&B all day. But I like rap, but I'm R&B all day.
Vodka or Hennessy?
Vodka.
Okay, so vodka drank in some Tim's with a Gucci outfit with some Calvin Klein sunglasses on.
There it is.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Now it's time.
For what?
The night is there. You about to hit the city. You in that mirror, looking at yourself like you wasn't queen. And you reach over to the dresser to spray on that good spray that will lead to a good night, that will lead to a good morning. Whose is it? Who are you wearing?
Okay, so I wear 4 different colognes. I like Paris Hilton for men.
Okay.
I like Burberry.
Which one?
Hell, I don't know the little one in the brown. The
You
original.
got the original.
I don't know all that. It's probably the original.
Okay.
The Burberry, and then I like Dolce & Gabbana.
Which one?
The original.
Okay, you're very safe.
I'm very safe. And you know what? When we were filming Queen, that's one of the things that they said when they were dressing us. I was just like, I don't dress like that. And they're like, no, you're very safe and you're very clean. So, you know.
Okay, so very clean, very safe. So let's get personal. Can we get personal?
We can get personal.
So when it comes to the significant other, what are the top 3 things that you look for?
You know what? That's changed over the years. Originally, when I came out during the era where it was very, I guess, you just had to know who was who.
Okay.
Back in my day, like you had to know, oh, this is the rough one and this is the more softer. Now, what do I look for? 3 top things that's important. Well, I want somebody that's easy on the eye. I want to be able to look at you, not during the day, but I need to know what you look like when you first wake up. If you ugly during the day, then you're just going to be a little more rough when we first get up and you got coal in your eye and slough hanging out the side of your mouth. So, looks are important. Personality is very important to me, and then they have to be working on something. I feel like if you're working on something, you'll understand that I'm working on something, and we won't ever argue about working on something because you know what it takes to pursue what I'm doing, and I get what it takes to pursue what you're doing.
So looks, personality, and goals.
Goals, absolutely.
Would you date a starving artist?
Would I date a starving artist? Yes. But, so this is the thing.
I heard. You know, people be talking whatever like that. And, you know, I heard that you got a real expensive palette.
Who said that?
I mean, it was just like...
But see, I think that's something else that people misunderstand about me. I am very simple.
Really?
I'm very simple. Yeah. Like, I went through the stage where everything had to be True Religion or it had to come from Louis Vuitton. Like, I've done that. But it doesn't necessarily look better than a $40 shirt that I can find on Amazon or right now. So let me tell you what I'm big on right now. There's a lot of boutiques that you can find on Instagram. People aren't wearing that stuff. So I'm real big into supporting the independent stylist that's coming up now. So no, I don't. It's not like that. I'm not like that at all.
Okay. So you is the person.
Would I date? Yes, I would date a starving artist.
They just can't be all the way starving.
They can't be. So listen, I'm an upcoming actor, but I still work a full-time job.
I don't consider upcoming no more.
Really?
I think for me, upcoming means you haven't done at least 3 projects.
Mm-hmm.
You've got at least 3 projects under your belt that are on a platform, not like on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So when you've done at least 3 projects that are on a platform, you know I'm upcoming.
I'm on project number 26 right now.
Did you keep count?
I did keep count. That's very important to me. I actually just counted like 2 weeks ago. I was updating my resume, and when updating my resume and then my bio. Okay. So in the process of updating those, I was like, wow, to date I'm on project number 26. And that's like, to me, coming from first moving here with no real plan or thought of what I was going to do, and to say almost 12 years later, I'm on project number 26, everybody can't say that. Right. So, and I don't have an agent. I'm not with an agency. I find work on my own.
Wow.
Yeah. Be persistent. Be persistent and be consistent. But if you have to take a break, that's okay. But I always say, take a break, but don't quit. You have to want it. You have to love it. I know for me, I need it. Like when I lay down at night, this is what I think about. This is what I pray about. This is what I sow seeds for, because it's just like, God, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. When you have that hunger like that, you have to feed it. And until you're satisfied, keep feeding your dream. Don't give up on it. And there's going to be a lot of rejection. There's going to be more no's than yes, but you can't let that stop you from pursuing what you are designed to do. When it's in you, it's just in you, and you got to go for it. So my advice would be, pursue it with all you have. If you got to work overnight so that you can go on auditions during the day and you sleep in between the two, then that's what you do. But do what you have to do to make sure you get there, and don't give up until you're there. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Davien. You can reach me on Instagram and Twitter at Act1Scene2. That's ACT, the number 1, SCENE, and the number 2. Facebook, Davien.Harlis at Facebook.com. Shout out to Book Pleasure Paint. Book Pleasure Paints always keep my face right. Shout out to Chris McKinley, Rico Golden, Terrence the writer. These are people that believed in me. Chase Simmons, whenever he has a project, he always calls me. Thank you so much. And just to everybody that supported everything that I've done up until this moment, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. So everybody, thank you. Good night.
Beautiful.